Hello everyone, this is TuckerTicker and I have an awful lot of Ethernet cable. I went out today and finally bought one and stuck it into the router and stuck the other into my PC, so I now have a stable form of internet connection. It doesn't cut out on me every so often. So yeah, let's get back into survival and I can talk at you some more while doing stuff which I keep telling myself is interesting. Now I can't remember, was it getting dark or... Where's the sun even? I have changed my render distance since last playing, so... Also, what difficulty is this on? Good. Yeah, sun's up there. I think I was doing something. That was it. I was making glass, apparently. I thought I was making stone. Not stone. Don't make stone, I make, smelting iron. How wrong I was. So... Yeah, I went out finally today and bought 45 feet of Ethernet cable so that I could link my computer in this room to the router in the room which is behind me as I sit at my computer. So I'm a little bit happier now because my internet connection seems much better. I'm not sure about faster, but I really don't mind about the speed because it was pretty quick to begin with anyway. Well, yeah, today has been a good day and an interesting day. I'm very full of tea at the moment, and not normal tea. No, I don't know. I grew up drinking normal tea, and after a while, it just began to make me feel ill. So I kind of stopped drinking it. You'll see what I'm doing with this water in a moment. If I dig a trench, which is, I'm not on creative mode. I actually have to punch these out properly. If I do this, and then go grab some more, I can show you something cool. Which most of you, if you've played this game, will probably already know. But yeah, my internet's not rubbish anymore. But yeah, I've had a very, very interesting day. I've had a friend of mine talk me out of thinking I was suffering from depression. And depression is something I feel that a lot of people misunderstand, and not in the sort of way like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde were perhaps misunderstood. Mainly because one of them was a horrible psychotic monster, there's no two ways about it, but a lot of people don't understand what depression actually is. They think it's just being unhappy, and it can be caused by being unhappy, but I was told by someone who I know and trust that this is actually not what depression is. Depression is something which can manifest in a variety of ways, and you don't necessarily have to be a miserable person to suffer from it. But yeah, this is what I was going to show you, because now I can pull a new block of water out of there every time. So when I have an infinite water supply near to my base. Oh, and that has finally grown. But no, I woke up this morning and was worried that I was suffering from depression. Only mildly worried. Not sort of like full on, oh my god, this is a serious problem worried. But I have been lacking energy recently to do anything. And one of the ways I know in which depression can manifest is that people with it can sometimes just lack the energy to do anything. Also, I haven't seen any sheep yet still. Do I still have an axe? Yes, I do. That tree still has some wood in it somewhere. But I spoke to a friend of mine, and he assured me that the fact that I was taking an hour to get out of bed in the morning because I just couldn't find the energy was normal. So that was that part of my day. What else have I done? Oh yes, I went out. I'm recording this this is 2:16 in the morning. I started recording at 2:11. Go away. And I've just... Oh yes, I went out and bought a hot water bottle because it's not even amazingly cold. It's just that I really don't like the cold when it's about. So I finally sort of thought, you know what, to hell with it, I'll walk to the local supermarket and get a hot water bottle rather than just carry on bitching about it. So I got in, wandered around for a bit, trying very hard to find a hot water bottle. Completely in vain, couldn't find one. And then I finally sort of snagged someone and asked them, and they didn't know, so they took me to someone who did, who took me to these two very colourful hot water bottles. One of them was a shade of blue, which I've only ever heard of described with an accent as blue or baby blue. I know I can't do the accent. Watch Jeff Dunham, he can do it. And that's my axe gone. Let's get rid of some more of these trees though, so that I can see properly in most directions. I can regrow them if I need to. I've got bones as well that I can use it for. So, then the other one was this brightly coloured. It's sort of got pink and green and red stripes and white and some orange in there. But I just sort of stood there and thought, great, I now have to choose between a gay hot water bottle and a gayer hot water bottle. Lucky me. How much glass do I have now? 35, that's a lot. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that's actually getting scarily close tonight. Let's just get these last two and then run. There. Now I can blast it. You. Close. There. So in the end I picked the stripy hot water bottle anyway. As though nothing happened. But yeah, I've had a lot going on today. I played Minecraft with my friend on the Epic server, which is actually on my computer now. And I would show you guys, but I want my friend to be with me when I do the recording, so that she can sort of say, "Oh, let's do this," and draw attention to the individual stuff, and also she remembers more about it than I do. But we invented a new game, which effectively involves using the world edit tool, which has a function called overlay, which means exactly as it sounds. Why do I have so much beef? Select an area with what looks like a wooden axe, and it is the wooden axe tool, but it's just the world edit tool uses it for its own purposes. And you select two positions using left click and right click, and that sort of gives you a cuboid area to edit. I remember now, I came out into a cavern down here, didn't I? I really don't want to run around here too much. So let's light it up a bit. I'm amazed that there are no enemies down here. But yes, what we were doing was we were using the overlay function to, on a football pitch area of the world, place these overlays so that the items, whatever they were placed, sort of just popped out, rather than being placed properly. So normally if you do a block, blocks, it'll overlay a layer of these blocks over the top of whatever you'd selected, of any sort of blocks that weren't air. But if you do it with something like cacti on dirt, of course cacti can't spawn on dirt, but the cacti get spawned anyway, and then they just pop out like those blocks of iron popped out of the stone. And then we were having a contest to see across the whole football pitch who could pick up the most of what had dropped before it was all gone, and we picked it all up, which was amazing fun until I think it was some lily pads that we didn't mean to spawn were spawned, and my friend did what we normally do when we do that sort of thing, which is overlay something with fire, because the fire just destroys all the items. But parts of the pitch were made out of wood with fences and wool, white wool for the white lines. So parts of the football pitch set on fire, and we both ended up running around beating out this fire for a few moments before deciding never ever to do that again. Not the game. The game was amazing fun, just not set fire to the football pitch, because there are also the bleachers where the spectators would sit, and they are made entirely out of blue and white wool. So had the fire continued beyond the bounds, which I don't think it would have done, it wouldn't have reached the seats because there was too much of a gap between it and the seats. But if it had, it would have set fire to the entire stadium, and it would have been a lot of work down the drain. So luckily for us, it didn't. I'm amazed I'm not hearing zombie noises. Anyhow, where was I with that? That goes there. Then there will be one there. Then one there. Okay. So let's carry on mining this. Someone should go down. So yeah, that was that part of my day, which is actually the evening. I play something like that most evenings, or play League of Legends with a friend of mine. Although I've recently got in contact with a larger group of people who play the game, which has made it enormously fun. I also went out, when I went out earlier to buy my water bottle, I wore what I like to call my bar humbug hat, which is a hat that I wear. It's a black Father Christmas hat, and it was bought for me last year by my housemates, because I have unfortunately gotten a bit of a reputation of being a Scrooge. And I'm not sure whether or not that's because they think I'm miserly or whatever, but regardless, my housemates went out and they bought me this hat, and it's just got bar humbug written across the sort of forehead area, and I sort of make a point of wearing it out every so often, because on a rare occasion someone will sort of call me on it and say, "Are you sure that's what you should be wearing? You're supposed to be in the Christmas spirit." Because it's not that I don't like Christmas. I don't like the commercialization that has now become synonymous with it. That's nearly a full set of leather armour. And I still haven't seen any sheep, which is bothersome. I can actually do this while I'm down here. Don't know why that's still there. It shouldn't be. There was a torch on there, wasn't there? Blast. Did I at least pick it up? Nope. I actually need more torches. I meant to do that. Let's do that. And that and that. But yeah, every so often when I wear my bar humbug hat outside, someone will call me on it and sort of say, "Is that what you should be wearing?" And it just amuses me a little bit to sort of explain to them, no, this is just what I do. Because I get bored, so I'll pull crazy stuff like that. Which has gotten me a reputation as being sort of like the resident crazy person of a lot of places, but ho-hum. Ah, now I can hear zombies. Mainly because it's night time, they're probably on the surface. What now? Oh, I got a new phone as well, because my old one was dying awfully. I had this old Samsung flip phone, which I was never particularly proud of, but it did the job that I had it for. It sent text messages and it made phone calls and that sort of thing, you know. But recently the screen has stopped working properly, so I have been forced to sort of get a new one. So I got an old one of my friends. It's a HTC Magic. Apparently it's the second phone ever released with Android on it. So, but it does what my old phone did, although it doesn't have the feature to repeatedly play the text alert tone. If I've got a text message, it'll play it once and then never again, and it'll just rely on me to check it, which I never do. Whereas my old one used to have Navi from Legend of Zelda going, "Hey, listen!" And usually annoying whoever was there at the time, because no one liked that fairy. No one ever liked Navi. As one of my rules of games design is that even if a character is meant to be annoying in a game, it is still annoying. Oh, that's interesting. Bits of my pickaxe fly off when I break it. 1, 2, that'll be 3. And then 1 more. Oh, gravel. Hooray, that always makes life fun for me. But yeah, so now I have this little Android phone and I'm still getting used to it. I think I might have broken the camera earlier, but because it was saying it couldn't connect, but it seems to have solved that little problem that it was having. But yeah, it's new and interesting for me to mess around with, because I've never had a touch phone before, because I've always regarded it as very much an imperfect technology that required a little bit of fixing before I ever would bother getting one. But I've kind of had my hand forced with my old phone breaking, so I got that. I'm just trying to get this mine shaft down to the bottom. How low are we? I am stood at 21. I want to get to 6. I should be able to do that with just this pickaxe, actually. But yeah, today's been good. It's been an awful lot better than yesterday. I keep a kettle in my room because, for no other real reason other than I am lazy, and I like having cups of Earl Grey tea. So I have my kettle and several bottles of water to fill it up with, and a little jar where I put the old tea bags that I can periodically take to the kitchen once a day or so. But and I keep this kettle sort of on my floor because it's not got a very long plug cord, and I don't have any wall plugs in my room. 1, 2, 3, this one. So it sort of sits on the floor, and I've recently switched which coat I use to go out. I've now got a much thicker one that I use for winter, which is much longer and much heavier. So when I had my kettle on my floor, I'd turn around in my swivel chair and knock the kettle over, which I did twice before finally thinking it would be a good idea to move it. But I have spilt water on my floorboards, so I hope they don't get damaged by the damp. But that annoyed me yesterday. I was cross with myself for that. Because also, if I do mess up parts of this house, then that's my damage deposit gone, which is money that I can't really afford to spare. So down another 2, it says. Ooh, lapis. 1 more. Yep. So now, if I do this, place a torch there. I'll get that in a second. This is that's scary, actually. I don't think I'll want to stay down here very long. Yep, that's what I was going to show you, the bedrock. But as you can see there that my draw distance decreases when I get low down. It does this, and it's annoying because it means that it's much harder to spot enemies from a distance. Skeletons would be an incredible problem because I'm quite sure that they would be perfectly capable of shooting me from beyond that range. Anyway. Not important. But yeah, I've had trouble with my kettle. And yesterday was yesterday started out kind of good, and then just got annoying because my internet stopped working, and I'd knocked my kettle over, and it just wasn't going well. And today's gone well. I got called a Facebook ninja today, and this was something that I'd never heard of before. But apparently, it's someone who can come on Facebook and leave a post and then go again without anyone sort of being able to sort of notice them to stop to chat to them. Which doesn't seem so strange to me because I tend to only go on Facebook when I need it for something. I could put these things in there actually. In fact, let's do that because I don't need that. I probably don't need the glass anymore either, but I'll hang on to it. Put those away. What else might I need? Don't really need the iron or the leather. I need the wood. But yeah, so I often go on Facebook and get called a Facebook ninja by my friends because I'll go on, leave a post or something, and then go again. I do the same thing with Twitter. I don't go on Twitter unless I have. Actually, that's not true. I go on Twitter just to check what's on Twitter, but every time I do, I will sort of tweet something and then I will leave Twitter again, which I'm sure annoys some people when they message me, and it takes me another half an hour before I get back to checking Twitter again, by which time they've left. And Sorry, they messaged me and it takes me like half an hour. Where am I? Zoned out completely there. But yeah, you get what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. I must be tired or something. It might have something to do with the fact that it's 2:30 in the morning. I need sheep. Which sounded an awful lot safer to say out loud in my head. Yes, I'm going to go on a hunt for some sheep. Where's the sun? The sun is high in the sky. That's annoying. What's in this? Oh, there's a cow, but there's some reeds, which will be useful for... Actually, I'll kill the cows as well because I need their leather. The reeds will be useful for making cake. And I can grow these in the pool, which is next to my... Do I have any seeds as well? Oh, that's what I can make. I can make my farm now. But I can grow the reeds next to my pool of water. Keep thinking I see a sheep, it's just sand. That's a ninja cow. There's one over here. Oh yeah, there's little sort of sparks. If you make a hit while you're going down, it's a critical hit and does more damage, which doesn't matter when you're two-shotting everything anyway. And apparently crits do not do double damage. But still. Why are there just cows here? This is actually a bother. I should have made some shears rather than coming out to find sheep now. Because with the shears I could shear more wool off the sheep. That's actually an annoyance. So if I now find sheep, I'm only going to be able to get one bit of wool from them. Come back, cows, I need your skin. You can't run forever. Ooh, the swamp biome. Cool. Does the swamp biome have swamp sheep? It does! There are only 2 of them. Why do I not have the... Oh, there's a third. It's a pink sheep. Come here. Yes. If either of those don't drop a block of wool, then I'm going to be annoyed. Awesome. I'm set up now. Ooh, more mushrooms. I'll run around and kill cows a bit longer. Is that clay I'm stood on? I think it is. That's good to know. I've finally got some sheep so I can sleep when it's dark. I should probably actually set aside a room in my underground bit to do that. I'll figure something out. Cows are easier to fight in the water, I feel. I'm going to kill these last 3 and then head back. Oh, there's another one over there. Why do you tempt me so? I'll pick up some of these mushrooms as well, because these mushrooms can do something quite cool. So I'm quite sure I've mentioned that you can now use bone meal on a mushroom the same way you would a tree sapling, to force it to grow immediately. And it turns them into giant mushrooms, and the ooh, speaking of mushrooms and food and cows, I am low. That could have been interesting when I suddenly start losing health for apparently no reason. I'm going to go grab those reeds over there as well. And then I will actually head back. But yes, the red mushrooms make a sort of domed umbrella shape, whereas the brown ones make a flat-topped mushroom. Those are octopi, aren't they? Or squid. Are they squid in this game? I can't remember. There's a lot of stuff I can't remember, it's not important. Right. Let's head back into this forest and try and find my base. I'll probably end up making pathways from my base to various locations, like over there where's the water and the clay and the swamp. And there's this water here as well. The sun's starting to set, isn't it? I want some seeds there. No, I have some seeds. Okay, let's go inside now. And what do I need to do? I have an ooh, more iron. In fact, let's right now make shears. So if I find sheep in the future, I can, get them. Oh, actually, do I have any gravel in here? No, I don't. But I remember there was that piece of gravel down here. That's worrying. It's red down there. I don't like that at all. I should now have a piece of gravel. So if I go back up, then I can work on this. Oh, I can now make my bed, can't I? Well, what I'll probably end up doing is I shall do inside work, or work which is specifically in places which are going to be dark all the time, every time. While it's dark, and then I shall... This is where I should make my stairway down. Just to a little separate room down there. But yeah, I shall do sort of inside work while it's dark, and then go out during the day. But I can just... Oh, I have enough leather to finish off my shoes. Of my armour. I'm doing it again, aren't I? I'm starting sentences and not finishing them properly. The point is, I'll work inside at night, and then I shall sleep when I want it to go to day again. Let's put those mushrooms away. What else do I need? Seeds I don't need in my inventory. Gravel, that was the important one. Because I want to do this. I'm going to pick on this piece of gravel. That's what I wanted. And I've got this the wrong way around. Yes, every time. And now I can set stuff on fire, which is always fun. Let's go make that armour. Ta-da! I'm a man made of cowskin. What else needs to... Bedroom. Bed. Let's do this. Interesting thing, in creative mode, when you make... why are there horrible noises? That might be the noise that an Enderman makes. I don't like the fact that I can see outside now. I hate mobs in this game so much. Oh, well, nothing I can do about it. Done it again. Lost track of thought. To hell with it. Let's focus on what I'm doing first. I need stairs, and lots of. Let's make more, actually. There we go. And start from the bottom. I'm going to need more for my mine shaft there. I've still got a bowl of noodles next to me. Or at least what was noodles. And I'm one of the few people that I know who actually enjoys cooking. I mean, earlier I made some chicken noodle soup, or at least that's what I call it. It's more of a broth than anything. I literally just get a fillet of chicken, and try that in usually a wok, because you need a very, very big pan. So you come to watch Minecraft videos and I give you cooking advice as well, and I'll run upstairs annoyingly. Yes, fry the chicken in a wok, then add diced onion if you like, or vegetables of any sort that you like, that you want to sort of cook a bit before eating. There's a lot of people I know like certain vegetables to be more raw. Personally, I prefer peppers to be quite a bit rawer than raw. Is that a word? I don't know. I don't care. But I prefer peppers to be much less cooked than I know a lot of people do. And then you effectively just top it up with quite a bit of water, and you're still cooking it. But you're starting to boil the already cooked veg and chicken, or any meat that you really want to do this with. But bear in mind, it'll have to fit with the flavours. There, and then you add roughly the same time. I add I add something to make it the water into chicken stock, so you can get like little bottles of liquid or something, or you can just get stock cubes or whatever you like using. Then I add Chinese 5-spice, paprika, chili flakes, and cayenne chili pepper if I feel like it. You can. This is effectively how I cook. I have a large collection of spices, and I have vegetables which I know I like, and I will just mix those together however I see fit. Usually based on smell of the vegetables. Excuse me. Are there any enemies out here? No. How strange. Yeah, I tend to at that point sort of add to the mix sweet corn, peas, and the egg noodles that I use, and it makes what I regard as quite a nice noodle broth that I like to eat. I enjoy using chopsticks as well. It's amusing for me in a sense. But I actually still need to wash up. It's quite bad that I've left it this late, so I'll probably do that now actually, because this video's gone on long enough. And I finally got to bed. Yes. Bed makes me happy. Right, so thank you all for watching, guys. And I shall see you next time. Also, kittens.